Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between green hills, lived a poor husband and wife named Ian and Lila. They were not rich, but they had each other, and that was enough to make their lives meaningful. They lived in a humble cottage with a thatched roof, surrounded by a small garden where they grew vegetables and herbs to sustain themselves. Ian worked as a carpenter, making furniture for the villagers, while Lila took care of the household chores and the garden. Despite their hard work, their earnings were meager. The village was small, and there weren't many people who could afford to buy furniture. Most of the villagers lived simply, and many of them couldn't pay Ian much for his work. But Ian never complained. He was a man of pride and always believed that honesty and hard work would eventually lead to a better life. Lila, on the other hand, worked tirelessly to make their small home as comfortable as possible. She would spend hours cooking simple meals, mending their clothes, and tending to the garden. Every night, they sat together at their small wooden table, eating a simple meal of rice and vegetables, talking about their day, and dreaming of a better future. One day, Ian received an invitation from a wealthy merchant in the neighboring town. The merchant had heard of Ian's skills as a carpenter and wanted him to come and make a large cabinet for his shop. The payment offered was much higher than Ian had ever received for a piece of work, and he felt a wave of hope wash over him. With this money, he thought, he could finally buy a few things to make their life a little easier. Excited about the opportunity, Ian set off for the town early the next morning. Lila stayed behind, working in the garden and tending to their home. Days passed, and Ian did not return. He was so focused on the work that he lost track of time. He worked day and night to complete the cabinet, hoping to finish quickly so he could return to Lila. However, the merchant was a cunning man. When the cabinet was finished, he claimed that it was not up to his standards and refused to pay Ian the agreed-upon amount. Ian tried to argue, but the merchant was too powerful, and Ian had no choice but to leave the town empty-handed. Tired and disheartened, Ian walked back to his village, feeling defeated. When he finally arrived home, he found Lila waiting for him, worry etched on her face. She had missed him terribly but had faith that the work would bring them something better. Ian sat down beside her and told her what had happened. They both fell silent for a while. Then, Lila spoke softly, "We may not have money or possessions, but we have each other. And together, we will face whatever comes our way." Ian smiled, realizing that Lila was right. Though their lives were simple and filled with hardship, their love and strength kept them going. Together, they had everything they truly needed, each other. And so, despite the challenges they faced, Ian and Lila continued their lives, hand in hand, knowing that love and perseverance were the true riches of life.